In a dust storm, where the wind howls like coyotes, a cowboy slices into salted pork, pink with white marbling, covered in coarse crystals of salt. The smoky aroma breaks through the dust and exhaustion. Fat sizzles on a hot skillet. The crust cracks, salty enough to burn. Pink-brown meat, rising steam. A sip of warmth in the chaos of the trail. Since the mid-1850s on the Shawnee and Western trails, pork traveled in heavy barrels filled with strong brine, sometimes with a secret addition, chili or whiskey. The salty meat saved lives, but thirst punished without mercy. They had to soak the pork in water for a long time, risking mold creeping in. In saloons, it was even used as payment. That's how valuable it was. For cowboys, salted pork was pure energy, a shield against exhaustion in the saddle, a taste that awakened memories of home and a distant smokehouse, brotherhood around the skillet, where every bite was a promise of support, a lesson in survival. Salt makes meat everlasting. Drink water, hold strong. Keep riding. Pork gives the strength to survive the storm. At sunset, when the prairie blazes with copper and red, the Chuckwagon cook needs thick corn dough right on an old ammo crate. The aroma of freshly ground corn mixes with the smoke of bacon fat on a cast iron skillet. The cakes sizzle over the fire, a golden, crispy crust outside, soft and warm inside, melting on the tongue with a hint of sweetness. Steam warms the wind-burned faces of cowboys gathering around the campfire after a long day in the saddle. Since the 1860s on the Bozeman and Chisholm trails, corn dodgers became the golden coins of the frontier diet. Cornmeal mixed with water, salt, and bacon grease. Sometimes, a pinch of baking soda or wild sage for that true prairie soul. But moisture ruined the flour, the wind toyed with the flames, and water was a rare luxury. Even so, these cakes could replace both bread and poker sticks. For cowboys, dodgers were more than food. They were energy to stay awake under the stars, memories of homes in Alabama or Texas, of families far to the east, a circle around the fire where jokes and stories rise louder than the stubborn wind. Each hot piece reminded them, on the frontier, survival belongs to those who adapt. Eat up, drifter, dawn is coming, and another drive awaits. Winter winds howl through the canyons of Wyoming, burying trails under the snow. By the campfire, where flames fight the frost, a cook reaches for a sack of dried fruit, wrinkled apples and peaches, sun-dried on Texas ranches. A handful into a pot of melted snow. The aroma of ripe fruit, sweet-sour with a hint of smoke, awakens memories of orchards. The fruit swells, the broth turns ruby red, its texture like soft marmalade. The rising steam warms cold hands, and the taste brings summer into the winter cold. In the 1870s, 1890s, dried fruit on the Chuckwagon helped cowboys avoid scurvy. Drying was a Native American craft, slices laid in the sun, sometimes glazed with molasses. A secret touch, cinnamon, or a drop of whiskey. The challenges were many. Mold, rodents, and sugar, a luxury. For cowboys, it was health and hope, a defense against despair, nostalgia for families far away, brotherhood around the pot, a lesson in preservation. What is dried can bring summer back. Hold on, this compote gives strength to reach the spring.